So, in previous session we talked about the translation process which is used by the compiler, okay, specifically GCC. So, generally if you are asked what is output of compiler, your output of compiler, now you should tell that it is as an assembly code, and object code would be output of assembler, fine. So, in this semester we are going to make use of NASM as an assembler, which would be helping us out to convert assembly code written using 32-bit instructions to an object code, fine. So, let us move further and let us try to see what exactly this NASM is. So, you can install that, and you have to make sure that you will install necessary binary files or libraries required for 32-bit support. I have added that information on our Moodle course site. So, this NASM would be a net-wide assembler which is portable for 80x86 assembler, okay, and this is available with 64-bit as well as 32-bit instructions. Okay. So, like to write the program, you will be making use of something like this. So, let us create cat first.asm. Your file name would be always .asm. Okay, we will write here section and we will say control D. So, this is the file created. So, we will open this first over here. First.asm. So, your code would be divided into these sections. So, data. So, you will declare, I will write simply program, and in next session we will majorly talk about what are the different declaratives or constants to be used to define the data type, fine. So, I will write A dd 10, then B dd 20, this is data section which is initialized. So, if I want variable to be declared which is not initialized, but we want to allocate some space for it. So, you write variable name, for example, C, and you use res, reserve. Now, let us say double, that means define an integer type and reserve space for it. So, how many integers are to be reserved? So, you will write 1. So, this is declaration type, variable type, okay, name, identifier name, then type of it, how many bytes are to be reserved, how many doubles are to be reserved, and so on. So, in this case we are talking about reserve double. So, it will reserve 4 bytes for C variable, and then our code would be there. So, section dot text, always you are going to include this global main, because we will be writing our program and we will communicate the linker that our program would be starting with main, and I will write simply an instruction over here which is not doing anything, great, fine. So, let us save this code, let us go back. Now, if I try to see this code less first.asm, if I have to translate this code for the assembler, so I will write NASM. Now, file format we have to specify the way that we used in previous session M32 for communicating that make use of 32-bit file format. So, here we have to write it like -f elf32, and then you type program name first.asm. Now, as an output it will generate an object code, one can see at the bottom first.o. So, if I write file first.asm, so it says ASCII text, and if I write .o, then similar thing which we saw earlier would be shown, Intel 80386, LSB relocatable, and so on. Now, if I have to create an executable for this .o, so I will write GCC, then as we use -f elf32, so here we will write -m32 and we will write object code name, file name which contains an object code for assembly code. So, if I write this, then let us try to see what files are generated. So, towards the bottom you would be saying a.out. Now, if I write again file a.out, similar thing which we saw earlier, okay, same thing would be shown, dynamically linked, then 80386 because this is a 32-bit file, okay, and so on. So, the translation process will be how? First of all, write a program which in a file with extension to be .asm. So, my suggestion is you make use of .asm as an extension. Then to translate this, you have to write NASM -f file format, -f means it tells file format to be followed to generate object code. So, dash f elf32 and then first.asm. This would be your program name.asm. Whatever the program that you have for your assembly code would be written over there. After you press enter, it will generate an object code for you. So, that can be found. So, this would be object code generated first.o. Okay. Now, if I have to create an executable, I have to make use of GCC internally as a linker. So, which makes internally use of LD. So, we will write GCC dash m32 and then object file name. So, when we write this, then it should generate an executable for us. So, this is the file format. So, if I try to now see output of this even using obj dump, output of this first.o, what exactly this first.o contains. So, if I write dash d pipe less. So, this is my code, assembly code shown. So, our assembly code, what are the code that we wrote, that assembly code was containing only XOR statement. So, in main we can see this is added XOR EX EX. So, some format is different. So, we will talk about it later. So, we declared 3 variables, data section was containing A and B, then there is something called variable C which we declared in BSS, and see the difference. The difference might be like here you are starting with 0. Now, as it is containing some values 2 bytes, so those values are shown here. 0A we gave, okay, means 10, okay, in a code. If you really see what the code is, so less first dot ASM, we gave 10 and 20. So, this 10 would be converted to A and 20 would be converted appropriately to 14. Okay, and then this will tell you that reserve byte, again it starts with 0. So, every section you identify here would be starting with address 0. Even if you talk about section.text, it would be starting with 0. If I add more instructions, which we saw in previous semester, if I add suppose this as an instruction, and if I try to translate this code NASM, okay, NASM, then GCC, and then you try to make use of this first.o for a while. Now, we are talking about first.o. So, now you try to see now here it started with 0, this XOR instruction is translated, we got 31C0 for it. Now, as each set of these 2 digits, okay, which are written in hex would be considered as 1, then 1 byte, 2 byte, then this is 3rd byte. So, it starts with 0, then 1, then this is 2, that is why this address is shown as 2. So, this is how your object code would be seen. Now, if I try to see even my executable, let us try to see a dot out. Here many sections would be added. Okay, we are more interested in main, try to find out main. It would be very big file rather. Okay, so this is where your code is, and we wrote only these 2 lines. And our main, if you recall, when we saw output of file command for an a.out file, so we saw relocatable. Okay, one option was relocatable, fine, which was for an object code. So, if I write first.o, it says relocatable, okay, and if I write a.out, it says shared object, fine, and which is dynamically linked. That means what? Whatever the object code that you created earlier, this code can be patched into an executable anywhere, depending upon where the possible place for it would be, depending upon your compiler even, depending upon your linker even, linker basically mainly. So, depending upon it, what are the extra things would be there, which would be added before it or prior to it or after to it, fine. So, it will find appropriately the place for it. The translator's task or linker's task would be that what, like what are the functions which are combined together or linked together, what are the files which are containing object codes are linked together, appropriately define the file place or function place inside that object code or inside that executable file, fine. So, this is how you can make use of this translator. So, what we learned today, we said NASM, we will write first program using 32-bit instructions, okay, where our program would be stored with the program name.asm file. Then this would be taken with dash elf32 as a switch with NASM, which in turn generates object code, and then this file this GCC would be used to rather translate that object code generated from assembler to an executable. So, we will write GCC -m32 first.o. Fine. So, now the question, like there is a question for you. Okay, now what this question is asking to you, like the question targets if I talk about file formats first.asm, first.o and a.out. Difference between them is, one is what? Source code, second one is what? Object code, and third one is what? An executable. Fine. So, which of them is relocatable? Only first.o. First.asm would be source code, it may be stored by the in the file system anywhere, we do not care about it. Only relocatable file among these three would be first.o. In next session we will talk about more in terms of how to make use of different instructions using assembly instruction set, Intel 32-bit assembly instruction set, and then we will try to understand how the programs are to be written. Thank you.